at the moment, just thought I'd say hello to the cat. Yeah. She sort of wouldn't leave me alone. Can I do my video now? Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to talk about insomnia and sleep paralysis, really bad nightmares. I do apologise for the way I look. Sorry about the lighting, sorry about everything. Didn't have a very good sleep last night due to the fact that I just was in and out of it, to be honest, in and out of sleep. Still got up today and went out for the walk with the dog and all sorts. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you my experiences of, well, crap sleep, really. And when you try your hardest to get to sleep, but you can't, right? You just generally cannot go to sleep. I have here my dream book. It's called The Things My Nightmares Are Made Of, literally. I always suffered with sleep problems. I was told that it was due to the trauma I suffered when I was really little, really little. Story, different video. And I had to have a child psychologist, and I've had it all. I just want to read one of my, I know it's quite long, I do apologise, everything. So I write them down, obviously, because I can remember them, because they're so vivid and they're really graphic. I just want to sort of share this with you, to give you sort of like a little insight on what I go through nearly every night of my life. Obviously, when I was sober for these 7 days, I don't know how I did that. Obviously, the last video I made was on the Monday. I'd be manic all week. It's Thursday today, Thursday the 17th. Not really manic today. Not for the lack of sleep, because as you will know, mania, you know, when you are manic, you know, you know, you don't need sleep that much. But I'm not that manic. You probably tell. But yeah, here we go. This is one I wrote down. This is in 2017. This was. I have never been so scared in my life as I was last night. I can't remember waking up, but I do remember what I dreamt about. I was in a house, but had an overwhelming feeling of dread. This felt like the work of the devil. There was people there, and they had tied people up in rooms, calling their names out, and they would make them suffer differently. I was next, and I thought this was real. I can remember it when I'm talking about it. I was so goddamn scared, thinking how much pain other people were in, and the way they wanted to torture me was to have my skin off bit by bit, like cut it and then like rip it bit by bit, all the way around. I was so goddamn scared, thinking how much people were in pain to torture me, with my skin off bit by bit. It's finally got to me, and I was so frightened. This man said, should I just start? And another man said, when I say go, you go. Like, I watched myself having my skin ripped off bit by bit, and just before he would rip, I would think, oh my God, someone help me. But I never felt a thing. It was so weird. There was terrorists in another house too. My dad was there. The terrorists set us up, saying there was locks on the windows, but it was more harder to get out. My dad figured it out and helped me down. I don't remember after this only fighting someone to get out again. Fighting really hard physically, slapping, punching, screaming with all my might. I don't understand how someone can have such vivid nightmares. I also remember someone was using people's skin, and people would come and buy it in strips. I'm so sorry. Named each torture session a frightening name. It doesn't make sense to me, but I was terrified. So yeah, and as I say, guys, that's just one, do you know what I mean? And waking up, and as I said in another video, you're sitting there and you're just like, what in the name of God am I feeling? Do apologise for my computer. I'll say as well, in my other house before I moved here, I was having really bad sleep paralysis. It was worse in that house for some reason. And I'd fall asleep, but obviously then I'd wake up and I'd feel like I'd wake up in the exact same position that I fell asleep, and like obviously my head would be right back to the bed. I'd be paralyzed. Some nights it happened so bad that like I'd have tears running down my face, but obviously I can't move because I'm paralyzed. Like I try with all my might to scream, but nothing comes out. It's absolutely terrifying, genuinely. But the weird thing about when this happens to me, I say, well, going off that, my bad nightmares is one concept of every single nightmare. Everyone in my nightmare is out to get me. Nobody has ever helped me during one of my nightmares. You know, like in some nightmares or dreams, you get like a hero that comes and saves the day, right? And you wake up. Well, that's not for me. So in mine, just for an example, I wasn't gagged or anything, but I don't know, sleep paralysis aside a nightmare. So you're in the nightmare, but you've got sleep paralysis, so you can't talk, you can't move. And sometimes in my nightmares, I'm walking so slow, and people are speaking to me, and I can't get any words out, and I get so frustrated with myself. These have been so bad. I've had such bad nightmares that I've had to train myself to wake myself up if I'm having a bad nightmare. So I try to train my brain. Now I know this sounds really strange to some people, because I was so scared that I ended up not going to bed ever. Like, I was too afraid to close my eyes. And then when you're sleep deprived, you're too afraid to keep them open. So this is where this total and utter fear came from of, oh my God, what do I do? This led me obviously to go to the crisis team, get really strong sleeping tablets, which, as I said before, did work, but then didn't, because I'm on such strong tablets as it is anyway. I'm on quetiapine. If none of you know what they are, they're antipsychotics, they're mood stabilizers, they're for anxiety, antipsychotics. You can use them for schizophrenia, bipolar. So obviously being on them for years and years and years, because I've had every antidepressant, obviously I wasn't just depressed, I was But going back to the sleep thing, yeah, I had to train myself to physically wake up out of my dream. So I keep repeating to myself before and after, like, keep kicking your leg, like, just kick as hard as you can, just kick as hard as you can. And in the end, I started doing it, and I did wake myself up loads of times, and I realised that I was actually kicking. But the scariest thing is, when you're in that, every nightmare I have, I feel like I'm awake. I am not sleeping, I feel like I'm there and I'm awake. Now, I don't know whether this is possible, I haven't really looked it up, but I have felt pain in my dreams, nightmares, sorry. I got shot point blank once in my dream. It was my mother, actually, had the gun. She was chasing me. I didn't feel this, but she was chasing me, and yeah, she got to me point blank, boom, and then I woke up. Never cried so hard in my entire life. And as again, these are all so vivid, I can see it now. I've been hacked up by a machete. I've been stabbed numerous times. I've been beaten up, and I can feel pain in my dreams. Now, I don't know whether I'm hitting myself. I have woke up with bruises on me before, but other than that, I haven't most times, and I still feel pain in my dreams. I don't know whether this is a psychological thing where you think that you're feeling. I don't know. I'm not going to delve like deep in that, because I'll leave that up to you, you know, and please comment down below if you've ever experienced anything like this yourself, because I'd love to know, like, that it's not just me. That's really what I wanted to say. I just wanted to share that with you. As I say, I've got a whole book here of my nightmares and dreams, and I will be sharing more, but I think that's it for now, because, as you know, I do ramble on. Last night, it just made me think again, like, oh my God, I can't go through this again. And my sleep was okay when I was sober for those 7 days, you know. I felt agitated, and my anxiety was okay when I was sober. I was just agitated and irritable, as I said in the other video, but my sleep was okay, you know. I'd be so tired by the time I got to bed. But yeah, alcohol has played a big part. People, you know, if you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, the only way I'm going to sleep is if I have a drink, don't, because it does make insomnia much, much worse. You know, it could get to the point where you just got insomnia. You don't even need a drink to give you insomnia. It'll just be there because your mind and body is so used to it. Do you understand what I mean? Leave comments below. I think that's it for now. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you soon. Take care now. Bye bye then.